Welcome to News Around, your trusted window into the dazzling, unpredictable world of Turkish entertainment. Today's story is one that blends elegance, controversy, and the raw honesty that only the world of cinema can offer. From the glittering lights of the Ataturk Cultural Center to the stormy currents of social media, we delve deep into a tale that has captured every corner of the Turkish internet. But before we unfold the full story, don't forget to subscribe to News Around, tap that join button to support independent entertainment journalism, and leave your thoughts below because this one will get people talking. The much-anticipated premiere of Ukuku, or Sleepy as it's known internationally, turned the Ataturk Cultural Center into a stage of cinematic grandeur and star-studded glamour. After years away from the silver screen, Çağatay Ulusoy's return was not merely a professional comeback, it was a public reawakening. Dressed in an immaculate black suit, every camera seemed magnetically drawn to his composed smile and the quiet authority of his presence. Yet, amid the flash of photographers and the applause of admirers, a single remark from an unexpected source became the evening's most unforgettable moment. As the young actor Sidi Doruk, who portrays the childhood version of Yulusoy's character, approached the microphone, few could have predicted that his innocent honesty would ripple across the entertainment world. When a reporter casually asked, "What have you learned from Çağatay Ulusoy?" the boy's answer was disarming. "He's very handsome, but he has a bit of an ego. I don't want to be like him when I grow up." It was a brief statement, spontaneous, harmless in tone, yet its effect was nothing short of explosive. Within minutes, Twitter feeds were ablaze. Instagram Reels looped the clip endlessly. TikTok creators raced to add their own commentary. "Even the child noticed it," wrote one user, while another commented, "Kids always speak the truth, they say what adults are too afraid to admit." Some interpreted the remark as playful innocence, others saw it as a subtle unveiling of an actor's hidden arrogance. In the high-stakes world of Turkish celebrity culture, where every gesture is scrutinized and every phrase amplified, Sidi Doruk's small confession became a cultural flashpoint. It wasn't long before online commentators turned the red carpet moment into a referendum on fame, humility, and the delicate balance between confidence and ego. But as the digital wildfire spread, another voice, far more familiar and perhaps even more influential, reignited the discussion. Hazal Kaya's confession. He's brilliant, but a bit egocentric. A few days later, celebrated actress Hazal Kaya, a longtime friend and former co-star of Yulusoy, made headlines with a remark that echoed the young actor's words in a strikingly similar tone. During a televised interview, she said with a candid smile, "Çağatay is a very talented and successful actor, but he seems a bit egocentric to me." Those few words, casual yet piercing, detonated across social platforms like a well-timed firework. The hashtag #Hazal Kaya swiftly became a nationwide trend. Tabloid outlets pounced. Hazal Kaya reveals the real Çağatay. Famous actress exposes Yulusoy's ego. Social media in chaos after Hazal's shocking confession. Yet, behind the sensational headlines lay a subtler truth, one rooted not in rivalry, but in observation. For years, Hazal Kaya and Çağatay Ulusoy have stood at the forefront of Turkish television and cinema, working side by side in projects that defined a generation of viewers. Insiders describe their relationship as one of mutual respect and enduring camaraderie. Kaya's remark, therefore, was not a dagger of disdain but a mirror reflecting a friend's professional intensity. Close sources explain that Yulusoy's reputation for discipline and perfectionism has often been misunderstood. On set, he is said to be deeply focused, detached from distraction, and at times, less approachable to newcomers. To some, that seriousness reads as ego. To others, it's simply the posture of a man devoted to his craft. Hazal Kaya, known for her emotional intelligence and sharp wit, may have simply put words to what many in the industry quietly observe not as criticism, but as a light-hearted reflection on personality differences in the spotlight. The internet's verdict was far from unanimous. On one side were those who echoed Kaya's sentiment, arguing that Yulusoy's stoicism could come across as self-centered. "He's brilliant, but sometimes he seems distant," wrote one Twitter user. Others leapt to his defense, insisting, "Professionalism shouldn't be mistaken for ego. Confidence is part of the job." TikTok filled with split-screen discussions, one side showing Hazal Kaya's interview, the other featuring Sidi Dorukhyjit's red carpet moment. Users posed the viral question: who's right, Hazal or Sidi? The debate transcended celebrity gossip and evolved into a conversation about perception itself, how fame alters not just the public's view of an actor, but the actor's own reflection in that mirror. When Çağatay Ulusoy was finally cornered by reporters at the premiere, his response surprised many. Smiling calmly, he said, "Hazal is a dear friend. I understand what she means. No denial. No defensiveness. Just the composed acknowledgement of a man aware of his own image and the noise surrounding it." The press immediately seized on his maturity, running headlines like, "Yulusoy handles criticism with elegance and Çağatay rises above the drama." Behind the scenes, witnesses reported that after the cameras stopped flashing, Hazal and Çağatay shared a friendly chat, laughing over the exaggerated storm that had brewed online. Whatever the digital world had imagined, their real-world rapport remained intact, warm, professional, and deeply rooted in years of shared history. What makes this incident particularly fascinating is not merely the words themselves but the machinery that amplifies them. In today's celebrity ecosystem, a fleeting remark, a joke, an offhand comment, a child's innocent quip can spiral into a full-blown controversy within minutes. Tabloid outlets know the formula well. They thrive on phrases like shocking confession or truth revealed. By the time audiences realize the nuance behind a statement, the simplified version has already gone viral. This episode, centering around Hazal Kaya's friendly observation and Sidi Doruk's innocent honesty, became a textbook example of how perception can eclipse reality. At its core, the discussion around Çağatay Ulusoy's personality opens a broader question: where does confidence end and ego begin? For an actor of Yulusoy's stature, whose career spans acclaimed television dramas and international projects, self-assurance is not vanity but survival. Every performance demands vulnerability under scrutiny. Every success invites judgment. To navigate that terrain, a degree of emotional armor is inevitable. Perhaps, then, what some interpret as arrogance is merely the steel of self-preservation, the unspoken cost of excellence in an industry that devours sensitivity and rewards spectacle. As days passed, fans flooded social media with reflections that went beyond gossip. Hazal spoke as a friend, not as a critic, one user wrote. Another added, Sidi's comment was funny, but the media made it something else. Between humor, admiration, and speculation, the audience began to realize a simple truth: in the glittering maze of celebrity culture, not everything is as it seems. The laughter of a child and the remark of a friend were magnified into headlines, memes, and digital debates, all while the people at the heart of it remained unshaken. And that, perhaps, is the quiet power of professionalism. As the lights dim on this whirlwind of interviews, red carpets, and viral hashtags, one thing is certain: the relationship between fame and perception remains as complex as ever. Çağatay Ulusoy continues to shine, Hazal Kaya remains admired for her candor, and young Sidi Doruk Yajit has unintentionally become the internet's most honest critic. What do you think? Was Hazal Kaya's remark an act of honesty or harmless humor? Did Sidi Doruk's innocent words reflect a deeper truth, or are we witnessing the tabloid cycle at its most playful? Share your thoughts in the comments, and tell us, which Turkish stars would you like us to cover next? You've been watching News Around, your home for thoughtful stories behind the headlines. Don't forget to subscribe, tap join to support our work, and hit that like button if you enjoy deep dives into the world of fame and artistry. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay tuned to News Around.